Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling. Today I'm going to be giving my comments, opinions and the results of WWE SmackDown Live 2nd of August 2016. First of all, they've got a new little stat thing that comes up when the wrestlers do their entrances, saying their weight, where they're from and their debut, I think it was. It looks really good. They also updated the logo coming back from commercial to the new logo and theme, so they fixed that problem I pointed out last week. Anyway, get straight onto the show where Daniel Bryan, Shane and Randy Orton is watching Randy Orton RKO Brock Lesnar last night on Raw. Shane has a giant go at Randy Orton, saying it was pretty cool though, and then you see all the security saying don't let Brock Lesnar in the building. As Shane and Daniel Bryan are walking down the corridor, Miz comes up and then Miz is like, you don't treat me as good as Dean Ambrose, no one hoisted me up. And then Daniel Bryan says, we didn't draft you, we drafted the Intercontinental Championship. At which point, they set up a match between Baron Corbin, Apollo Creed, and Kalisto for the IC title. Yes. Daniel Bryan went Apollo Creed. We're not in a Rocky movie, even though that would be a hell of a lot better match, seeing Apollo Creed in a match. Apollo Crews, I'm pretty sure he meant to say, but I thought I'd point out that little mistake, it was quite funny. Dean comes out for a little promo and then Dolph comes back out saying, I had to work from the top, you came in at the top, I came from the bottom as a male cheerleader. And then Dolph gets really annoyed and starts screaming at Dean Ambrose. It was a great promo between the two, definitely building up on their match. Then Bray Wyatt comes out and Sister Abigail's Dolph and then says, I want the shot. And obviously that was left there. Bray wants a match with Dolph for the number one contendership. Then Dolph talks and says he wants a match backstage, and then we get straight on to the Corbin, Apollo Crews and Kalisto match. Apollo wins with a roll up on Kalisto after Kalisto he knocked out Baron Corbin out of the ring. Corbin then beats down Kalisto. Crews then tries to take out Corbin, but the Miz does skull crush gnarly on Crews and then ends of days on the Miz. It's kind of like a fast-paced little brawl thing. It was kind of cool. Then we have Becky versus Eva freaking Marie. Eva gets in the ring, fakes an injury, and then goes back. There was not a single women's match that actually started in this show. Then there's a Carmella interview with, Renee Young, doing all the interviews. Natalya interrupts, says she held up the women's division for 10 years. She's not even been there for 10 years. And she had to mention Bret Hart. And personally, I don't like Natalya as a heel. She's just acting like such a bitch. But not a good heel. Just like, someone that you just knock out if you could. Then we get to the American Alpha, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan debut versus the Vaudevillains. This was a really good match. American Alpha are so fun to watch. Jason Jordan pulled down the straps like Kurt Angle did while they were doing it, and then they did, I believe, the Grand Altitude, whatever it's, to Simon Gotch. I'm sorry if I pronounced that move wrong. I never actually watched them that much. Then AJ calls out John Cena. My God, the promo went long. I didn't really pay attention to it. Basically, long story short there, that they're going to have a match at SummerSlam to end their feud, which we all knew was going to happen anyway. Then we had Fandango with Tyler Breeze at ringside versus Randy Orton. Brock comes out, jumps over the security as Randy Orton's doing RKO to Fandango and then F5 to Randy Orton. Heath Slater's backstage after that talking to Daniel Bryan, who says, you can have a match next week. If you win it, you get a contract. At which point, Rhino gores him completely out of his skin. I love Rhino being back. I'm hoping the match is Heath Slater versus Rhino. I like Heath Slater personally, though. I've always been a fan of the 3-man band, the 1-man band, the stuff like that. I've always found him a nice, good character. Then there's a Dean interview with Renee Young. It was kind of weird. Nothing really new there. Carmella's going down the ringside for her match, and then Natalya blindsides her. Like I said, no women matches on this show. Then we get to the main event, Bray Wyatt versus Dolph Ziggler. It was a great, great match. Dolph Ziggler wins when Bray Wyatt tried to strip the turnbuckle, and then Dolph just kind of loses it, pulls it off, Like a couple minutes later, Bray goes straight into it, and then super kick, 1, 2, 3, and then Eric Rowan blindsides Dolph, and then Deej tries to come out, but he gets Sister Abigail's. Yeah, Eric Rowan is back, or here, I don't know. Was it Luke Harper? Yeah, Luke Harper throws that. Yeah, Eric Rowan's here. So 2 members of the Wyatt family. It was an overall pretty good SmackDown. Definitely a lot more entertaining compared to yesterday's Raw, which, as you should all know from watching my previous video, it was a massive flop, in my opinion. I much enjoyed this. It's not just because it's 2 hours either. Just like the opening segment wasn't 25 minutes long into a very dull match. It's just, this had a nice pacing to it. Granted, the women looked like a sack of shit on the show, but they're building a couple of feuds, and maybe Becky vs. Eva frickin' Marie. Please, God, no, just fire her. She can't wrestle. Okay, we didn't get to see her wrestle today, thank God. But I'm liking it anyway. They've got some good feuds going on. It is definitely building to something more, which I'm liking. Nice to see American Alpha here. It's nice to see that Dolph Ziggler's getting a bit of character development in the match. He definitely told a story in the match, which is good for Dolph Ziggler to be having character development. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's been educational, something like that, I don't know. Anyway, I'll catch you later.